Hi, my name is Koen Van Loon, business consultant at Roey, and I am about to give a short demo of our project solution, project suite in Office 365. I'm logged in as Koen Van Loon, as you can see here, in our portal in Office 365 SharePoint Online. In this view, in this dashboard, you can see the active running projects I participate in as a project leader or as a project co-worker. When I want to see all the running projects or closed projects, or it doesn't matter which status the project has, I can click on this button and then I go to the list of all the projects in my organization. At this point, I can filter and monitor all my projects. For example, I want to have an overview of all running projects of customer James Olet. And now I can see I have 4 running projects of customer James Olet with these project leader or project leaders and these project co-workers, deadlines, start dates, everything you want to see as a project definition, everything you want to be able to filter on. How do I receive these projects? Well, very simple. In the dashboard, just a second, you are able to press this green button. You receive a form where you can define your project. You can give a title, a project number, project description, a status. Is it an external project? Yes, you can choose your customer, drop down, or you can type a wildcard to check up in a database if you want. If it's an internal project, you can choose your department who is doing the project, or several departments. You can choose a project leader, project co-workers, start date, deadline, end date. The form you see here is the way you want to define a project. So it's totally based on how you work, how you define your projects. When the project is created, you will see it in the dashboard of your running project, or if it's not a project you are participating in, you will find it in all projects list here. Everything is based on the rights you have, what you can and you can't see. Okay, let's go now to the project workspace. So we defined our project. That's a number with a description and some other details, but eventually now we're willing to work together around the project. So for each project we create a project site, a project workplace, where everybody who we filled in the form is invited to work together in this project workspace, project site. So as a dashboard view, I will see a timeline with all the tasks that are coming, or important milestones. Here I have an overview of my tasks, an overview of my important documents, a social feed to have short chat messages with project members. And here on the left you have some functionalities in your project space, project site. Here I have the task option. When I go to this, I do not only see my tasks, but I see everybody's tasks. So now I can check, for example, all tasks with priority high who are not started yet. And I can see that there are 2 tasks with priority high, not started, assigned to Koen Van Loon, but it had to be done already. So I can open the discussion. Why didn't you do the task assigned to you in the project? What's happening? Are we running out of time? Do we need to do something extra? You can open the discussion with your team or project members. I also can create several views. I can, if I want, only have a view of the upcoming tasks, no upcoming tasks, a view in the agenda with the tasks in Outlook agenda view, which you can synchronize with your Outlook agenda if you want. If you are familiar with MS Projects, you can view the tasks in a Gantt chart like this. Okay. So now all the tasks are listed in a Gantt chart, and we can see in detail where we are, what we have to do, the progress of the project based on tasks. What else can we do? Several other things. Here we have, for example, the document library. This is one document library, that you can have several document libraries in your project site, where I can find all the documents filtered grouped based on the document type in this view. When I go to this view, I can see all the documents listed with extra info, metadata called, where I can filter on the document type. So when I want to have all the documents of the type quality document and functional specification, I can choose them in the metadata column, and I have all the documents of the type, functional specification and quality documents in one view. From here on, I can also share these documents with other colleagues. So for example, a colleague or an external partner who has no rights to the project site, I can share, if I have permission, a document with the user internally or externally. So I click on the document, I say share, and here I can give an email address whom I'm willing to share with, and I can give them rights to edit or only read. When I share this document, I really share only the link to the document, not the document itself. So it's a link to the document, so when modifications are happening on the document, or the document will be removed or the document will be updated, the person who we shared with will also receive these updates and will always have the latest version of that document. That's because Office 365 SharePoint is working with version history. For example, this document, when I click on these three dots, I have a preview of the document. I can see who I shared it with, and I can see the version history. So everything is logged in one file, but the file keeps track of all the things that happened from the beginning till the point of last saving. So I always can see who worked on the document, what has changed, and I even can take a relook at the version of, for example, the 9th of August by clicking on this link. So then I really can see how the document looked on that date, and if I want, so I can set this document back as latest version. For example, when I made a mistake here, I can set this back as latest version, so the document of the 9th of August is then the latest version in my version history. I also have a search above every document library, so I can go and search in text, not only in the file name or in the metadata, but also in text. For example, I will search on the word test, search, and I find all the documents with a word test in it. So you can see production process 14, risicoanalyse, nowhere we can find the word test, but eventually if we checking the document itself, it's very small, but you can see in the document the word test. So every Office document and every PDF can be searched in. We also can share an agenda, a calendar, which can be synchronized with Outlook, as I told you. We can have issue tracking if we want, so we can track all the issues, all the complaints that are made concerning a project. We can have a discussion fora where we can launch a question and all project members can answer that question, and when a question is solved or answered correctly, I can highlight the best answer, so the discussion is set as solved, and yeah, I don't need to send emails and have long conversations by mail around several project members. No, everything is centralized in a discussion forum with some questions and some answers, and I can highlight the correct answer and the question will be marked as solved. Some of you maybe also noticed the Skype for Business integration, so I can see the presence of a person. When the person is having a red sign, it means that the person is not available or may not be disturbed. Stef Kovaerts, this person is offline for 10 minutes, so I also cannot contact Stef Kovaerts to have a quick discussion. When I go to my project dashboard, I hope that there is someone who is available, so I can show you what you can do. Okay, here, Tine Horste, she's not actually available, but I will show you when I click this button. I am able, oh, just a second, my Skype for Business application opens and I am able to have a quick chat with Tine Horste or have a video conference, call her, or do a presentation on my screen, for example. So Skype for Business is totally integrated in all the platform. What else is good to know? In my project site, I also can share document libraries. I showed you how to share a document, but I can also share a document library. So you can set up a document library with the name public, for example, and every customer or the customer who is involved in the project, you can invite to that document library. So every document in the library you shared can be seen by the customer, and the customer can also make some modifications, add documents if you want. So it's a way of communicating with each other, share documents, etc. You can even take it to a higher level and you can share the entire project site like this, and then your customer will have total access to the entire site, the tasks, timeline, all the functionalities you see here. You can give them total permissions or only read or only just a few building blocks as you want. You can set it up based on the rights you want to give on that particular customer or your partner who is working with you on the same project. Okay, this is basically in big lines how the project suite can work. I can go very much in depth about handling documents, document management in this way of working in this type of platform like Office 365, but that will make this demo way too long. If you have more questions, if you want more specific info about handling documents, integration with OneNote, for example, Power BI, Delph, exchange the total picture of Office 365 and what you can do with it, you can always contact me on my email address. That is koen.vanloon@vanroey.be. I will leave the credentials in the screen beneath, so you can always refer to that and email me if you have further questions.